Most people don't fail because life is too hard. They fail because their mind is weak, unfocused, and too easy to manipulate. Every day you carry a powerful tool within you, but if you don't sharpen it, it becomes blunt. Your concentration fades, your willpower vanishes, your feelings take over, your self-belief depends on approval from others. I've seen this in my own journey. Before I could master my body, I had to master my thoughts. Before my movements became quick, my thinking had to become precise. Before I could overcome any opponent, I had to overcome the weakness within myself. So today, don't just listen for inspiration. Listen like a learner. Listen like a fighter. Listen like someone who is done with being ruled by fear, laziness, frustration, and uncertainty. Because if you work on these 6 areas every day, your mind will evolve. You'll become more alert, more composed, harder to sidetrack, harder to damage, and harder to conquer. Sharpen your concentration every day. Your attention is your strength. If your focus jumps from one thing to another constantly, your energy scatters. You can't develop a strong mind while wasting time on every disruption, every viewpoint, every worry, and every minor issue around you. A distracted mind leads to a messy life. During my training, I never practiced with my mind somewhere else. I devoted myself entirely to one move, one breath, one goal. I realized that real progress happens when your full awareness is there. That's how you need to live. When you work, work entirely. When you study, study entirely. When you exercise, exercise entirely. Don't let your body stay in one place while your thoughts drift. Each day, pick one important task and give it your complete focus. Ignore the clutter. Stop checking everything. Stop following every thought. One solid hour of focus can build more strength than many hours spent in confusion. Concentration isn't something you're born with. It's a habit you nurture, guard, and refine daily. Build your self-discipline every day. Discipline is not a punishment. Discipline is liberation. If you only act when inspired, your life will be ruled by your mood. Some mornings you'll feel energetic, some you'll feel lazy, but your goals can't rely on your feelings each day. In training, I didn't wait for perfect energy or conditions. I trained when my body hurt. I trained when my mind craved comfort. I trained when no one was there because I knew that excuses don't create strength. Discipline divides the person who only talks about change from the one who truly changes. You need to cultivate discipline in small daily habits. Get up when you planned. Complete what you began. Exercise. Manage your routines. Do the work even when it's dull. Each time you choose effort over ease, you prove to yourself that you are in command. Discipline builds self-trust. When you honor your own promises, your confidence becomes genuine. Tackle one hard task each day, and slowly, your mind will stop hunting for excuses and start searching for progress. Enhance your self-control every day. Real strength isn't about how quickly you react. It's about how well you manage yourself when something tries to unsettle you. Many believe power means fighting every insult, proving yourself to everyone, showing anger, and clashing over every small thing. But that isn't power, that's being controlled by your surroundings. If one comment can make you angry, that person controls your mind. If criticism ruins your calm, your confidence is still fragile. If every problem makes you panic, your mind lacks training. You need to grasp this fully. The world will challenge you, people will misinterpret you, some will question you, disrespect you. Situations won't always go your way, but your response is still your duty. In training, I learned that speed without control is risky. A quick move means little if the mind behind it is chaotic. A strong body is useless if your feelings dictate your actions. In martial arts, one poor reaction can lead to defeat. In life, it's the same. One harsh word can harm a relationship. One impulsive decision can ruin months of work. One weak moment can steer you off track. That's why you must teach yourself to pause. Before speaking, breathe. Before reacting, watch. Before answering, ask, is this worth my energy? Not every fight deserves your focus. Not every opinion needs a response. Not everyone should have access to your peace. Sometimes silence is the most powerful answer. Sometimes walking away is the strongest move. Self-control doesn't mean you're weak or scared. It means you master your inner fire. You still have passion, strength, and drive. But now that energy follows your lead, your anger doesn't steer you, your pride doesn't blind you, your emotions don't push you into foolish acts daily. Practice self-control in tiny moments. Hold your tongue when you want to snap. Push your body when it wants to rest. Calm your mind when fear arises. Resist distractions when they call. Manage your pride when you feel the urge to prove something. These small wins may seem minor, but they create a powerful mind. Remember, the one who controls himself is hard for others to control. When your emotions answer to you, your life becomes clearer. You stop wasting energy on pointless conflicts. You stop reacting to every noise. You become composed, sharp, and quietly formidable. Strengthen your confidence every day. Confidence isn't something you fake. It's not loud talk, false pride, or acting superior. Real confidence is quiet because it's grounded in truth. It grows when you know you've trained, prepared, failed, fixed your errors, and returned without quitting. Many want confidence, but avoid the effort it requires. They want to feel capable before they practice. They want belief before they prove anything to themselves. But confidence doesn't come from wanting. It comes when your actions prove to your mind that you can be trusted. During training, I didn't gain confidence by calling myself great. I gained it through repetition. I drilled one move over and over until my body understood. I failed often, but I didn't use failure as a reason to stop. I used it as a guide. Every error showed me what to fix. Every correction made me more precise. Every practice hour increased my self-trust. You must see this in your own life. If you break promises to yourself, your confidence weakens. If you say you'll work but don't, your mind notices. If you claim you'll improve but keep choosing comfort, your mind notices. Slowly, you lose faith in yourself. That's why real confidence starts with honest small actions. Each day, do something that earns your self-respect. Finish a task. Confront a fear. Practice a skill. Control a bad habit. Speak honestly. Stand by your choice. Don't wait for a big moment to prove your worth. Confidence is built in private moments when no one watches. Don't rely on praise to feel strong. People may applaud today and criticize tomorrow. They may support you now and doubt you later. If your confidence depends on their words, your mind will never be stable. You'll rise and fall with others' views. I learned that you must become your own evidence. Let your discipline prove you. Let your training prove you. Let your progress prove you. When people don't grasp your path, keep moving. When they mock your dream, keep practicing. When they doubt your ability, don't waste time over explaining. Improve until your life becomes the answer. Confidence also means accepting you won't be perfect at first. Many never start because they fear looking weak. But how can you grow strong if you avoid the first step? Every master was once a beginner. Every strong person once felt uncertain. The difference is they didn't stop due to discomfort. So don't hide from challenges. Challenges reveal your strength. When you face what scares you, confidence grows. When you finish what you avoided, confidence grows. When you continue after failure, confidence grows. Slowly you realize, I can handle more than I thought. Remember, confidence isn't believing nothing will fail. It's knowing that even if something goes wrong, you won't abandon yourself. You'll learn, adapt, and return stronger. Build your confidence daily by becoming someone you can rely on. Keep your word. Train your mind, condition your body, hone your skill. Stop begging the world to believe in you before you believe through action. Real confidence is earned, not imagined. When you know you've prepared, you don't need to shout. When you know you've practiced, you don't need to prove yourself to everyone. Your presence becomes steady. Your words become clear. Your actions become calm. That's real confidence. So each day ask, what can I do today to respect myself more? Then do it, not later. Not when life gets easier. Do it now, because each completed action becomes proof. And the more proof you gather, the stronger your confidence becomes. Refine your mindset every day. Your mindset is how you view yourself, your life, your obstacles, and your future. It's the inner lens through which you see everything. If your mindset is weak, even a minor issue looks like a huge barrier. But if your mindset is strong, even a huge barrier becomes a place to train. That's why you must improve your mindset daily. Because your life doesn't just change from what happens to you. It changes from how you respond to what happens. Many think their problem is the world. They say life is unfair, people don't support them, they lack time, money, talent, or luck. But I tell you clearly, if your mindset is weak, even opportunities seem heavy. If your mindset is strong, even hardships can be useful. The same event can break one person and build another. The difference isn't always the event, it's the mind. In my training, I didn't see pain as an enemy. I saw it as information. Pain showed me where I was weak. Failure showed me what needed fixing. Criticism showed me where to gain control. Rejection didn't mean I was done. It meant I had to become sharper, better, quicker, and more honest with myself. I didn't ask life to remove every obstacle. I trained myself to move through obstacles with more awareness and power. You need to view your problems differently. A problem isn't always a punishment. Sometimes it's a lesson. Sometimes it's training. Sometimes it's life showing you a part of yourself that still needs work. If you keep seeing every difficulty as proof that life is against you, your mind will become heavy. But if you ask, what is this teaching me? Then even pain can become a teacher. A weak mindset asks, why me? A strong mindset asks, what can I learn? A weak mindset says, I can't do this. A strong mindset says, I haven't mastered it yet. A weak mindset waits for perfect conditions. A strong mindset starts with what's available. A weak mindset complains about a closed door. A strong mindset looks for another way in. Understand this, your mind believes what you repeat. If you tell yourself daily that you're weak, unlucky, lost, tired, and defeated, your mind will accept that as identity. You can't feed your mind negativity and expect strength to grow. You can't speak failure into yourself each morning and then wonder why your confidence is broken. Your words matter. Your thoughts matter. They shape your posture, your movements, your decisions, and how you fight for your life. So guard the door of your mind daily. Be selective about what you let in. Don't fill your mind with fear all day and expect peace at night. Don't spend time comparing yourself to others and expect to feel strong. Don't listen to people who only highlight your weaknesses without pushing you towards strength. Your mind is your training room. If you fill it with weakness, excuses, envy, and fear, you'll become mentally slow. But if you fill it with discipline, learning, patience, and truth, your mind will become sharp. When I say improve your mindset, I don't mean pretend everything is easy. I don't mean lie to yourself that there are no problems. That's not strength. Real strength is seeing the issue clearly and still choosing not to give in. Real strength is admitting something is hard but also saying, I won't let this beat me. A strong mindset isn't blind positivity. It's trained reality. It sees the truth but refuses to be a victim of it. Stop calling yourself finished when you're only in the middle of training. Stop calling yourself a failure because one attempt didn't work. Stop thinking slow progress means no progress. Many ruin their future by judging themselves too early. They plant a seed today and get angry tomorrow because it hasn't grown. But growth takes time. Strength takes pressure. Mastery takes repetition. A strong mindset understands patience. In martial arts, I knew one day of practice wouldn't make me a master. One punch wouldn't make me strong. One failure wouldn't make me useless. I had to return again and again. That's how the mind is built. You don't become mentally strong from one powerful quote. You become strong by practicing better thoughts, better reactions, and better choices every day. Each morning, ask yourself, what kind of mind am I training today? Are you training a mind that complains or one that learns? Are you training a mind that fears everything or one that faces life? Are you training a mind that gives up easily or one that keeps going even when the road is hard? Your mindset isn't fixed. It's shaped by what you practice. If you keep practicing fear, fear feels normal. If you keep practicing excuses, excuses feel natural. If you keep practicing discipline, discipline becomes instinct. If you keep practicing courage, courage becomes routine. That's why daily improvement matters. You don't become strong in one moment. You become strong through repeated moments where you choose a better thought, action, and response. Don't let others' opinions shape your mindset. People will judge based on their limited understanding. They'll see your start and think they know your finish. They'll see your struggle and think you're weak. They'll see your silence and think you have nothing inside. But you can't let their narrow view become your inner voice. If you carry everyone's opinions in your head, you'll lose your own direction. I faced doubt, criticism, and people who didn't understand my path, but I learned the mind should be like water. Water doesn't argue with a rock. It moves, adjusts, flows, and continues. When the cup changes, water changes shape. When the path shifts, water finds a way. That's mindset. Don't be rigid in your thinking. Don't break because life didn't go as planned. Learn to adapt, move, stay calm, and keep going. A strong mindset also means taking responsibility. This is hard but necessary. If you blame everything outside yourself, you give away your power. You may not control everything that happens, but you can control how you train, respond, learn, and return. The moment you take responsibility, you reclaim power. You stop waiting for rescue. You stop waiting for perfect support. You stop waiting for life to get easy before you get serious. Honestly ask yourself, what mindset is controlling you now? Is it fear, doubt, anger, laziness, comparison, or the voice of someone who said you weren't enough? You must identify the voice before you can defeat it. Many aren't living from their true mind. They're living from old words, old pain, old failure, and old fear. They keep repeating what hurt them and call it reality. But it isn't reality, it's conditioning. You must train a new inner voice, not a fake one, not an arrogant one, a strong, honest voice, a voice that says, I can improve, a voice that says, I can learn, a voice that says, this pain won't own me, a voice that says, I'm not finished. When you repeat this with action, your mindset begins to shift. Your mind stops seeking excuses and starts seeking solutions. Each day, improve your mindset by changing the questions you ask. Don't ask, why is my life so hard? Ask, how can I grow stronger through this? Don't ask, why did they doubt me? Ask, how can I make my work louder? Don't ask, what if I fail? Ask, what will I learn if I try? Better questions lead to better direction. Better direction leads to better action. Remember, the mind is like a blade. If left untouched, it rusts. If sharpened daily, it becomes powerful, not dangerous to people, but dangerous to your excuses, your fear, and your weaker self. A sharp mindset doesn't panic easily. It doesn't collapse after one error. It doesn't chase everyone's approval. It stays clear, calm, and ready. So improve your mindset daily. When life gets tough, don't instantly call yourself unlucky. When people doubt you, don't instantly believe them. When you fail, don't instantly quit. Pause internally and ask, what's the lesson? What's the next move? What must I improve? That's how you train the mind, not by avoiding problems, but by using them. Not by pretending pain doesn't exist, but by refusing to be its prisoner. Not by waiting for confidence, but by building it through action. Your mindset is your inner fighter. Train it daily, and it will shield you when life gets hard. The world can test your body, patience, plans, and dreams. But if your mindset is strong, you'll keep returning, adapting, learning, and growing. You won't be easily beaten because you've already decided that every experience must make you sharper. Enhance your skill every day. Skill isn't built by wishing, talking, or watching others succeed while you only imagine your own success. Skill is built by daily practice, daily correction, daily patience, and daily repetition. To sharpen your mind, you must sharpen your skill, because the mind grows stronger through action. Many want success, but not mastery. They want respect, but not repetition. They want results, but not the dull work behind them. They want to appear powerful, but don't want to spend lonely hours perfecting unnoticed details. That's why many stay stuck. They dream loudly, but practice briefly, then quit. I learned that talent alone isn't enough. Talent may open a door, but skill keeps you inside. Talent may give you a start, but skill gives you a future. Relying only on talent makes you lazy. You start believing natural ability will carry you forever, but life doesn't reward potential alone. It rewards the one who converts potential into power through training. In my training, I respected practice, not empty words. I respected the person who repeats a move until it becomes second nature. I respected the one who studies a mistake, fixes it, and returns. I respected the one who doesn't need applause to keep improving. Because real skill isn't built in front of an audience, it's built in silence. People see the final product and think it happened suddenly. They see speed, confidence, control, and sharpness and say, this person is gifted. But they don't see the hours behind it. They don't see the mistakes, pain, tired body returning to practice, mind fighting doubt, or small corrections repeated endlessly until the movement becomes natural. You must understand this. Every skill you admire was once hard for that person. Every master once struggled with basics. Every expert once felt slow. Every strong person once started at zero. The difference is they didn't quit when the beginning felt awkward. They stayed with the process long enough for weakness to turn into strength. To improve your skill, stop fearing being a beginner. Many never become great because they're too proud to look bad at first. They want respect before earning it. They want to look perfect before practicing. That's a trap. You can't master anything if you fear the early rough stage. When you start something new, you'll be slow. Your work may be clumsy. Your movements may feel weak. Your voice may shake. Your ideas may be unclear. Your performance may be poor. But that doesn't mean you're incapable. It means you're in training. Don't confuse the beginning with the end. The start is supposed to be hard. That difficulty is the gateway to skill. In martial arts, to improve a punch, I didn't just throw it once and call it done. I studied the angle, footwork, breathing, timing, distance, and balance. A simple move isn't simple when you examine it deeply. This applies to everything. The deeper you study your craft, the more you see room for improvement. If you write, don't just write. Study how your words flow, if your message is clear, if your sentences have impact, if your audience feels the truth. If you speak, study your tone, pauses, clarity, confidence, and control. If you build, study the structure, details, strength, and quality. If you train your body, study your form, breath, balance, and recovery. That's how skill grows. You don't just repeat blindly, you repeat with awareness. Repetition without awareness can make bad habits stronger, but repetition with awareness turns practice into mastery. Each day ask, what can I correct? Not, how can I look perfect? But what can I fix? Because correction leads to improvement. Many avoid correction because it hurts their pride. They don't want to admit their work needs improvement. They don't want feedback. They don't want to face weaknesses. But if you protect your ego more than your growth, you'll never become truly skilled. A serious person doesn't run from correction, they use it like a tool. When I found a weakness in my training, I didn't ignore it. I attacked it, studied it, repeated it until it became strong. That's what you must do. Don't hide from your weak areas. If your discipline is weak, train it. If your timing is weak, study it. If your focus is weak, strengthen it. If your communication is weak, practice it. If your consistency is weak, build it day by day. Skill grows when you're honest about what's missing and disciplined enough to work on it. Also, stop chasing shortcuts. Shortcuts may seem exciting, but they often make the mind lazy. They promise fast results without solid roots, but anything that grows too fast without foundation can collapse quickly. Real skill needs roots, patience, and time under pressure. You can't become powerful by avoiding the process that builds power. Don't be ashamed of slow progress. Slow progress is still progress. One small daily improvement may not seem impressive at first, but after months and years, it creates a completely different person. The world often notices only after growth becomes visible, but the growth started long before anyone watched. Each day, improve one small part of your craft. Don't wait for a perfect day, perfect motivation, or everything to be ready. Use what you have. Start where you are. Improve what's in front of you. If you can improve one move, do it. If you can improve one paragraph, do it. If you can improve one habit, do it. If you can improve one decision, do it. That's the path to mastery. Mastery isn't one big moment, it's small improvements repeated over a long time. You also need to understand that skill brings confidence. Many want confidence first, but confidence follows preparation. When you know you've practiced, you stand differently. When you know you've corrected yourself, you speak differently. When you know you've repeated the work many times, your mind becomes calmer. You don't need to fake confidence because your training provides proof. If you lack confidence, ask yourself, have I practiced enough? If not, don't hate yourself, train more. If you feel weak in your craft, don't complain, practice more. If you feel behind, don't waste time comparing, improve more. The answer is rarely to think more. The answer is to train better. Comparison can ruin skill if you let it control you. When you compare yourself to someone ahead, you may feel discouraged. You may think, they're better, I'll never reach that level. But that's the wrong mindset. When someone is better, don't become jealous, become curious. Ask, what are they doing that I can learn from? Let their skill teach you, not weaken you. Another person's excellence isn't proof of your failure. It's proof of what's possible through training. But you must still walk your own path. You can't copy another's soul. You can learn from them, but you must express yourself honestly. Skill becomes powerful when it's trained deeply and expressed genuinely. I've always believed in absorbing what's useful, rejecting what's useless, and adding what's truly your own. That applies not just to martial arts but to life. Learn from teachers, books, experience, and failure. But don't become a copy. Study deeply, then express authentically. Your skill must become part of you, not just something borrowed. Each day ask, what's useful here? If a method helps, use it. If a habit weakens you, remove it. If a belief limits you, challenge it. If a routine sharpens you, protect it. Skill isn't only about adding more. Sometimes it improves when you remove the unnecessary. A beginner often tries to do too much, show everything, move everywhere, impress everyone. But a master values simplicity. A master removes waste. Master moves with purpose and speaks with clarity. A master doesn't practice just for show. That's why skill sharpens your mind. It teaches you to eliminate what's useless and keep what's powerful. Look at your craft and ask where you're wasting energy. Are you doing too many things without depth? Learning many skills but mastering none? Starting many projects but finishing nothing? Chasing every new idea but not improving what matters most? If your energy is scattered, your skill will stay shallow. Choose a direction, then practice deeply. The one who practices one thing with depth becomes stronger than the one who touches many with no focus. I'm not saying you can't learn many things. I'm saying mastery needs focus. If you want your skill to be sharp, give it real attention. You can't excel by giving your craft only leftover moments. Make time for it. Protect that time. Treat practice like a promise. Even if it's 1 hour, make it honest. Don't bring a lazy mind to practice. Don't practice just to say you did. Practice with intent to improve. Practice with open eyes and an awake mind. There will be days when improvement feels invisible. You'll practice but not feel stronger. You'll work but the result won't look different. You'll repeat but your mind will say nothing's changing. Don't believe that voice too quickly. Some growth happens beneath the surface before it shows above. The bamboo doesn't rise immediately, but its roots are growing. your skill is the same. Keep training the roots. This is where many quit, in the invisible stage, when the work isn't exciting, when no one praises them, when progress is slow. But if you stay disciplined during the invisible stage, you'll become formidable later. That's where serious people are made. You don't need applause to practice. You don't need recognition to improve. You don't need people to understand your effort. The work itself must be your standard. When you practice only for attention, you weaken when attention fades. But when you practice out of respect for the craft, you stay consistent. Also, learn to love the basics. People often get bored with basics because they want advanced results. But basics are the foundation. If the foundation is weak, everything above it is weak. In martial arts, the basic stance, punch, breath, and balance matter. In writing, the basic sentence matters. In speaking, basic clarity matters. In business, basic discipline matters. In life, basic habits matter. Never think you're too advanced for basics. The beginner practices basics because they have to. The master practices basics because they know their power. That's a different mindset. Improve your skill daily by respecting the foundation. Ask, what basic thing am I ignoring? Maybe it's sleep, reading, practice, health, planning, or patience. Many want advanced success while neglecting basic discipline. That won't work. Skill also needs consistency. You can't train seriously one day, disappear for 10, and expect mastery. The mind and body need rhythm. When you practice daily, you build momentum. Momentum makes action easier. When you stop repeatedly, you must keep restarting, which wastes energy. Consistency keeps the fire burning. Even a small daily practice is powerful if it's honest. Don't underestimate small actions. A page a day becomes a book. A move a day becomes control. A lesson a day becomes wisdom. A correction a day becomes mastery. A small improvement may seem weak today, but time multiplies it. The dangerous person isn't the one excited for a week. It's the one who keeps improving quietly for years. You must decide what kind of person you want to be. Do you want to only talk about what you'll do, or do you want to train until your work speaks for itself? Do you want to keep saying, one day I'll improve, or improve today even in a small way? Don't wait for someone to push you, push yourself. Don't wait for someone to remind you, remind yourself. Don't wait for the world's permission, begin. Your skill is your responsibility. No one can practice for you, do your repetitions, or build your craft while you stay comfortable. You must get serious about your potential. Potential alone isn't enough, it's just raw material. If you don't shape it, it stays unused. A blade isn't born sharp, it's honed through friction. Your skill is the same. It needs pressure, practice, correction, and patience. Without these, your potential remains dormant. Each day, put your potential under pressure, not to destroy yourself, but to develop yourself. Challenge your mind, body, habits, and craft. Ask more from yourself than comfort demands. Comfort always tells you to stop early. Growth always asks you to continue a bit longer. When you improve your skill, you also improve your character. Skill teaches patience because mastery takes time. It teaches humility because you must admit what you don't know. It teaches discipline because you must practice even when bored. It teaches focus because you must notice details. It teaches courage because you face failure repeatedly. That's why skill isn't just about your craft, it's about who you become while building it. If you improve your skill daily, your mind gets sharper. You start noticing details others miss. You correct mistakes faster. You think with more clarity. You respect time more. You understand that greatness isn't magic, it's training. Don't be fooled by those who make success look easy. Anything done well may look simple from outside, but inside it's filled with practice. The smooth move comes from rough starts. The calm voice comes from nervous attempts. The strong result comes from weak first steps. The clear mind comes from daily training. So when you see someone skilled, don't just admire the result, respect the process. Then return to your own process. Improve your skill daily by staying a student of life. Stay teachable, alert, humble enough to learn, and strong enough to practice. The moment you think you know everything, your growth begins to die. An empty cup can receive, a full cup can't. Empty your cup, keep learning, adjusting, and sharpening. Don't let pride block your improvement. Pride says, I already know. Growth says, show me what I'm missing. Pride says, I don't need correction. Growth says, correction makes me better. Pride says, I must look perfect. Growth says, I must become better even if I look imperfect along the way. Choose growth. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I improve my skill today? Not did people notice me? Not did I become famous? Not did everything go perfectly? Ask, did I improve? If the answer is yes, even slightly, you're moving. If the answer is no, be honest and return tomorrow with more seriousness. Your skill is like a weapon. If left untouched, it dulls. If sharpened daily, it becomes powerful. Don't let your gift rust from laziness. Don't let your mind soften from comfort. Don't let your craft weaken from distraction. Train when you're motivated. Train when you're tired. Train when no one claps. Train when progress is slow. Train when doubt speaks. Train until practice becomes part of your identity. Remember, the world doesn't need more people who only talk about greatness. It needs people who practice, improve, and express their truth with discipline. Be one of those people. Let your work be your voice. Let your improvement be your confidence. Let your skill be proof that you didn't waste your time. Every day, improve something: your focus, technique, timing, words, thinking, patience, or courage. One small improvement isn't small. When repeated daily, it sharpens your mind, builds mastery, and makes you impossible to ignore. Not by shouting, not by pretending, not by dreaming only, but by training until your actions carry weight. Improve your skill daily, because skill is the bridge between who you are and who you can become. Without skill, your dream stays a dream. With skill, your dream begins to take shape. With daily practice, your mind becomes sharp, your confidence becomes real, and your life moves with purpose. Don't waste your ability, don't delay your training, don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is when you choose to practice honestly. Start today, improve today, correct today, repeat today, and tomorrow do it again. Your mind isn't sharpened in one day, it's sharpened by what you practice every day. Focus clears your mind, discipline strengthens your actions, self-control protects your peace, confidence helps you trust yourself, mindset teaches you to face life. Skill turns your effort into real power. Don't wait for the world to get easy. Life will test you, people will doubt you, problems will come, your emotions will rise, your focus will be challenged. But every challenge is a chance to train. Every difficult moment asks one question: are you going to weaken or sharpen? I learned in my own life that strength isn't built by comfort, it's built by pressure, practice, patience, and honesty. I didn't improve by avoiding pain, I improved by studying it. I didn't sharpen by waiting for perfect conditions, I sharpened by training with what I had, where I was, every single day. You must do the same. Stop waiting for motivation, permission, or someone to believe in you first. Believe through action. Train your mind when it wants to wander. Train your body when it wants comfort. Train your emotions when they want to control you. Train your skill when no one is watching. Every morning you have a choice. You can repeat old weak habits or improve one part of yourself. You can waste your attention or protect your focus. You can follow excuses or follow discipline. You can react to everything or control yourself. You can fear failure or learn from it. Remember clearly, the greatest victory isn't defeating another person. It's defeating the weak version of yourself, the one that delays, doubts, complains, and quits when life gets tough. Improve yourself every day. Not because you hate who you are, but because you respect who you can become. Sharpen your focus. Strengthen your discipline. Control your emotions. Build your confidence. Train your mindset. Improve your skill. Do this daily and your life will begin to change. Your mind will grow calmer. Your actions will grow stronger. Your direction will grow clearer. You'll stop being controlled by noise, fear, and weakness. You'll become a person with purpose, power, and inner control. So move forward, train quietly, improve honestly, stay sharp, and never forget: a powerful life begins with a powerful mind.